Okay, this place is a bit of a mess, but I've created my own vacuum table based on Captain Larry's design, and I don't know, I'm gonna see if it works. This is the first major run. I've done a couple of test runs. I probably should have gotten this a lot flatter than I did, but when the vacuum starts, hopefully it'll all flatten out. So here goes nothing. I think I went too hard on some of these corners, but I wanted to have enough paper. Jerry and Professor Peter make this look way easier than it is. This was very hard to do, and I don't know if I did it right, and I'm nervous I didn't. I'm worried that if I keep on playing around with it like I'm doing right now, it's going to make it worse. I used too much paper, I think, up here. But what if I didn't use enough? All right, well, I gotta just trust the process, and if it's a mess, I'll go back and take it off and do it all over again. Oh man, I used way too much, I think. All right, we got this out of the cold press, and after looking over some of Jerry the Jitterbug's videos, I think I kind of went the wrong direction in this. I would have done a lot of things differently. I probably should have used a squeeze bottle to lay down the leaf casting. Also, I should have laid down some plastic in order to kind of be more uniform with how I lay down the casting. And I probably should have cast the edges a little bit thicker, or not thicker, but wider. So let's see what we got here. I might end up having to redo this, but we'll see. I also experimented with a new furnish, so I'm not sure if how this furnish came out. I was hoping it would be smoother, but we'll see. All right. Oh, it doesn't look that bad. I'm going to have to leaf cast this. I missed this part, but I'm pleasantly surprised. It actually doesn't look that bad. Oh, okay. It's smoother than I thought it was going to be. So that's good. I'm going to have to leaf cast up here as well. One of the things I was having issues when I was leaf casting was seeing where some of these tears were at. So that's why I missed this and this. Usually I take photographs to make sure I know where everything's at. I should have done that in this case. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Like a little hole here. I might spot cast this instead of leaf casting it. But yeah, I'm actually happy with these results. Okay, well, I think I'll go ahead and cut this. Well, I'll have to redo that. That sucks. So I finished leaf casting. I had a little bit of spot leaf casting I had to do on the inside of this wrap here. There's still a couple areas that are still a little weak. Like this area right here could have been cast a little bit better. You can actually kind of almost see through the paper here a little bit. I also had to lay down some Tengujo in a couple of areas. I think the vacuum casting wasn't the issue. I actually tried to do some blue light treatment to the inside of this cover because some of this red was kind of showing through. I wanted to kind of get rid of that a little bit. But in doing so, even though the wrap was moist, which Salesboy Comic will like, kind of dried out the cover a little bit and made it crack here and there, which I had to deal with. So I sealed up all the cracks, and because the wrap has been handled so much, it's kind of loose, even though I did a methyl cellulose sizing to it earlier. So I'm going to do a second sizing to it using gelatin. Should give it a little bit of a rigidity, which it doesn't have currently. So I've got some gelatin made up here, and I have some sodium propionate. I'm not sure how you say that, but basically it's a antifungal. So I have some of that in there as well. I'm just going to apply the sizing in single brush strokes across the page. So here we go. All right, let's see if I can flip this over. Not sure if I should have let the other side dry first, but every time I do this, I think I do it differently. I'm not really sure if there's a right way to do it. All right, I'll let that dry. Hopefully it doesn't stick too much here. After sizing the comic, I decided I wanted to go ahead and repress it. So I just want to see what it looks like now that it's nice and flat. Alright, so that is much better. It actually feels like it's going to hold. It was real floppy before, so that gelatin really did a good job to this. And it actually gave it some more gloss back too, so that's kind of nice. Not sure if you can pick that up. And I see a little bit of shine from maybe either the gelatin or the methyl cellulose that I used. So I'm gonna go over this maybe later on with a little bit of like a moist makeup pad to see if I can kind of bring down some of the shiny bits here. It's just on that edge, I think. There's a little bit of a shine up here as well. So I'll knock that down a little bit before I work on the rest of the book. So also in the mail, I got a package related to leaf casting, and see what's show you what's in here. All right. So I got some nori, and Professor Peter was discussing this, and I know a few other users on the comic book community Facebook page also use this. Maybe Don, I think. And so this is a good substitute or alternative to using methyl cellulose, I believe, or maybe even just using paste. So yeah, it's good. And I got some squeeze bottles because as nice as using this extruder is, it kind of doesn't really work too well when you're not doing patch jobs. If I'm doing like big areas, I think it makes more sense to use a bigger bottle. Pretty much like what Jerry the Jitterbug does. So I can just kind of squirt it on without having to bother with trying to get little pinpoint spots. Hopefully the squeeze nozzle is thin enough so I can get some control on it, but I guess I'll see. Anyhow, yeah, so just want to show that. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and then we're going to start working on the inner wraps. All right, thanks a lot.